I just wanted to make a short video to talk about how the story has progressed since the last YouTube video that I made. Um, my last video, I was on my way to view a property in Johnson City, and took a look at that house, a beautiful house. In fact, it's pretty much exactly what I'm looking for in a investment. Unfortunately, it was out of my price range. So something that my coach is teaching me and something that I'm learning as a result of reading the books that my coach has been assigning me is the fact that money grows on trees. Opportunity grows on trees. There's no end to the amount of opportunity that is out there. We just have to know how to find it and how to harvest it. So I'm keeping that in mind as I'm talking about not being able to afford this price range of house that I was looking at. But since I am shopping for a personal residence, that does kind of affect how I approach things. So it was out of my price range for what I can qualify for as an individual. If I were to co-sign, that's option number 2, and that's something that I'm considering going forward. But for it doesn't really matter anyways, because the property went under contract pretty much the next day. So I learned a couple of things as a result of that experience. Number one, make sure that you're actually pre-approved and know the amount that you pre-approved for before you start shopping, because you'll just get your hopes up and probably get disappointed, especially when the market is moving pretty quick. Of course, we're hoping to see that it slows down in the next several weeks and months. It's definitely going to. But for the meantime, still in a sort of multiple offer situation, at least in the market here in Johnson City. So something else that's happened, I revisited rather a duplex that I looked at when I first started this sort of real estate endeavor, and I actually planned on putting in an offer on it. I eventually decided not to do this because it had a lot of sinking floors. The floors were sinking, and probably most of the walls, wherever the walls were, the floor was sinking, and it seemed to be too much of a risk to take on a project like that. There wasn't a basement; it was like a crawl space, so it just made sense to kind of pass on that deal, because the way that I would finance the rehab, I was just going to end up with too much leverage and not enough cash flow to make the deal work. So it turned out to not be a good deal for me, but I've continued to move forward shopping. And this coming week, I'm going to be looking at a couple of triplexes, which is really exciting. We'll see what happens. I'm super excited to be looking at more properties. And beyond that duplex offer that I was going to be making, it's crazy how much can happen in just a week. Because I was actually getting ready to sign paperwork to get a formal offer submitted, but eventually, like I said, I stepped back. I looked at probably at least three other houses this last week, which is fantastic. I selected a real estate agent that I'm going to be working with, which is another really big move. That's really important in this whole process, is building a really powerful team of professionals that know what they're talking about. So I've been really blessed to have a coach to be working with, fantastic lender to be working with, and now a really awesome real estate agent to be working with. So that's my power team. I'm building it up, and I'm really excited to be building a relationship with them moving forward. So I've got an awesome team on my side. Obviously, God's on my side. I'm super excited to be getting started in this whole adventure, this whole journey. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to kind of give a short update. I don't know who all is going to watch these videos, but I watched a really interesting video probably a week or two ago that talked about this idea of consistency in posting on YouTube. And the creator of that video challenged the viewers to start posting one time a week. One time a week. It doesn't have to be long, around 5 minutes, which is my target. And just to get into the habit of that, because at the end of a year, that's 52 videos. And that kind of helps to position yourself as a creator as somebody that has put in the time, put in the effort. And at least that's how I see it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to start putting out content consistently and document the process. Because one day I'm going to look back and Lord willing, my future family is going to look back and want to know what the story was like. And how I ended up getting to where I will be. So just wanted to start. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you find this content enjoyable and that it doesn't bore you to tears. And if you're interested in more, please comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff that everybody always says.